And welcome back to Hannity. And we continue with the author of America the Beautiful, Johns Hopkins University Director of Pediatric Neurosurgery, Dr. Benjamin Carson. Dr. Carson, a lot has been made of the fact that some of the things you discussed in this speech are policies that are very contrary to the president. You talked at length about America's educational system failing. We're being dumbed down, is a phrase you use. The dangers of our debt and our deficit, class warfare, which you spoke out against, the tax issue, health savings accounts, that Rome can happen to America. What is your response to those that said, wow, you said that in front of the president?
Well, first of all, I should say that these are my own views. They don't represent the university that I'm employed by. But, you know, it really didn't matter who I was sitting in front of, because I always pray before I give a speech, and I ask God to give me the right things to say. And I think that that it's very rare these days for people to speak the truth. Everybody wants to go along to get along. And in the meantime, the fabric of our nation is being destroyed. We're going from a can-do nation to a what can you do for me nation. And I don't think that's what most people want, but you know, it's presented to them as the thing to do. And one of the real dangers, which I alluded to in the speech, is the fact that people don't know anything. They don't know about history. They don't know about technology. They know so little that the news media is able to tell them whatever they want them to think. And they say it enough times and people say, oh, yeah, well, that's what they said on the news. And they don't think for themselves. The founders of our nation said, our nation will fundamentally change when people become so ignorant that they can be easily led.
Would you ever run for president, sir?
If the Lord grabbed me by the collar and made me do it, I would. It's not my intention.
I wouldn't wish that on you, but I think I would vote for you in a heartbeat.
Well, thank you. I have so many emails from people saying that I could probably finance my campaign if each one gave me a nickel.
Okay. What about, you gave a warning, though, about America. I share your concern. Morally, I see a decay in the country. $16.5 trillion in debt scares me. We're stealing from our kids. You came up with a great idea. I've always believed in health savings accounts. I don't like class warfare. What can we do to change things? You said we could either go down the direction of Rome, or we can change things.
Yeah, well, I think the brave leaders, not the ones who are just wrapped up in their egos. And, you know, I'm not pointing this at any particular person or at any particular party. But the fact of the matter is there are a lot of people with a lot of hubris which just thinks my way or the highway. And the reason that I gave the example of the eagle with two wings, a left wing and a right wing, is that all good ideals don't reside in one party. But as the Bible says, in the multitude of counselors is safety. But in order to be able to use those counselors, we got to get rid of political correctness and let people say what they mean and really put their ideals out on the table and explain why those are good ideals. I would be willing to debate anyone on the president's team on health care and how it should be administered and how it can be done for less money.
I'll tell you what
I don't get a chance to do that.
Because we're running out of time, and I want you to come back and tell the story. You explained it so well on Francis Scott Key. I'm going to invite Austin Goolsbee on with you, and if you would come next week, maybe we can talk about those issues. Your book is amazing. The speech was amazing. I put it on my website, Hannity.com. I hope you'll come back and see us again.
Absolutely. Thank you.